Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat waiting. Thank you for your patience. Gonna have a great show tonight. We doing some live Q&A tonight. We in God Power month, y'all. We in God Power month. Very important month, very energetic month. The harvest. Is this the harvest month, Doc, or is that September?
It's actually the season, harvest season.
It's the harvest season. Yeah, we're in the harvest season. That's a very spiritual season. I remember last year, Dr. B breaking down to me the harvest season. And actually, just talking to A.A. Rashid yesterday, he broke down to me because of the spiritual significance of the harvest season. That's why Ethiopia starts its new year in September, I believe. So, there's a lot of amazing spiritual things happening in this realm at this time. And it's the perfect time to activate your God power. So we right on time, family. I'm about to bring on my guest. Before I do, as always, let me get to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back, family. We'll be right back after this.
Started out with nothing. Now I got a whole lot of something. Breaking through the roof. Willy Wonka when he pressed the button. When I do a money ritual, all of a sudden money started coming. Then I cut the Holy Ghost. I still be rhyming even when I'm mumbling. You repeat my name 3 times. While you staring in the mirror, bottle will appear like poof. I came from out of thin air. To me the gun is like a magic wand. I make a problem disappear. I would knock a nigga teeth out his mouth. What? Just to turn him to veneer. I can do magic. 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 When I open up my mouth, I can move masses. Black magic on the beat, turn it to a classic. I'ma take the money out the bank, then I'ma put it in the mattress. So many niggas got.
All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, I would like to welcome back to the show, Dr. B. Sirius.
Yes.
Dr. B. Sirius, welcome back, my brother. Welcome back. Ah, man, good to have you back on here, Doc. We in the God Power month, man.
It's amazing to be here at this particular time. We are pumped. We are ready. We are poised. This is a beautiful time.
Quick question, Doc. When you meditate or whenever do you ever rub your hands? I don't know if I've asked you that before, but they be like, when a person gets happy, they rub their hands and they be like, yes. It's like a habit we got as humans. When we get happy, we be like, yes, I'm about to do. What is that about, Doc? Because I know you deal with body language and all of that. I feel my hands heating up when I do that. What's that about? Yes.
Well, what you're doing is you're taking the positive side of your system, which is your right hand, and your negative side. Positive is electrical. It sends energy. Negative, it attracts energy. So the right-hand side of the body is considered more yang, or what they call male energy. Yeah. The left-hand side of the body is yin, or more female energy or attractive energy. And when you rub your hands together, right, what you're doing is taking the positive and the negative and creating an alternating circuit. Right. You're creating energy. You're it's like you're creating fire. You're lighting up your fire. You're it's like you're stoking your oven. You see? Mm-hmm. So when you're rubbing your hands, you are, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're going through, you begin to manifest while you rub your hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We don't hear about stuff like that in the spiritual community about rubbing your hands while you meditate. People don't talk about stuff like that, man. Rubbing your hands while you meditate and stuff. I guess that hasn't become that's not cool yet, because they just tell us about sitting still, and it is no sitting still is great, but we don't you don't hear stuff like that. So if something comes to you, family, see what resonates with you, and we got to experiment out here in this realm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody said Rich be having a question. Yeah, that just popped in my mind real quick. I heard somebody earlier say Birdman hand rub. Something happened. And I was like, why do people? When people happy, they rub their hands. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to ask Doc that question, man. So it's going down. before we start everything, let me start right now by putting a link for those. So we do a live Q&A today. Let me put the link in the chat. We do a live Q&A. It's time for Doc to talk to some of y'all before we get into this GodPower workshop, and just kick it with y'all about a couple of things that we are stressing. So the name of the show is Avatar Programs versus Wishes and Desires. I think that is a very pertinent and important topic. One, because 95% of the day our avatar is operating off of our programs. So we have all these wishes and desires, Dr. B. Sirius. A lady may say, I want a man. A brother may say, I want a queen. I keep meeting these bitches out here, man. I want a real woman. These bitches keep using me for my money. And he's crying and he's depressed and he's sad, Doc. And, we got these wishes and these desires, but the programs always kick in 95% of the day. So you run into the same people, the same circumstances, the same events, because that program is deeply embedded in your body, and your body's moving you like a damn robot. And you're like, oh, why do I do that? Why do I do that? It's the program that's doing that. So we got to. I know one of the great things about this workshop is we are tapping deep into the subconscious world, the subconscious mind, Doc, with the music and just the level of emotion and the brainwave states and the hemisync with you and Billy Carson. I mean, it's if you're looking to reprogram your mind and yes, in your life, this workshop is way beyond the intellect and analytical mind. This is about reprogramming it. So, Doc, man, I'm just happy for this. And I wanted to start out with this particular question because I see the people coming in the back. When it comes to one of the things that I wonder, how it's like, you got these sophisticated questions, then you got questions that people, it's like you see every day in everyday life, and you're able to apply it from a quantum or spiritual and metaphysical perspective. Give you an example, Doc. So we're taught when we meditate, Doc, it's all about theta wave. The way you reach your subconscious mind, you have to somehow slow your brain waves down to reach that theta wave. Then you are hypnotic, Dr. B. Sirius. This is the brainwave state children are in from ages 1 to 7 when they downloaded the programs that they are going to use for the rest of their life. So one of the times that we are in that state, they say, is when we wake up in the morning before we go to bed. My question to you, Doc, about because just my experience of programming, watching TV, they used to have this thing called primetime television. That TV would program us right after we ate dinner. We go to the movies, one of the best programming places in the world. You go to the movies, you get programmed, boom. One of the things you do while you watch the movie is you eat popcorn, chicken nuggets, fries, whatever. So there's a lot of main programming situations where there's food always involved. Now, if I ask somebody, should I eat before I meditate? They'll tell me, hell no. You don't do that. You're not supposed to eat before you meditate. But what I want to ask you, Doc, is that when we eat, we experience something called, I got the itis. I got the itis. Some black people call it nigga-itis. It seems as though you're in a very suggestive hypnotic state. Dr. B, is it, would you say that itis that we talk about, is that a theta brainwave state that we are not tapping into that we could potentially be wasting?
Well, first of all, when you eat, you're taking in information. So your tongue is just like an ear or an eye. It's taking in information and it's reading the source code and all the data in that food.
Yes.
So you're actually, it's nutrition, but it's nutrition in a way on an energetic level because your tongue is going to transform it to the type of frequencies that your brain can say, this is salty, this is sweet, this is pungent. But actually, that's all still programming. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the food has programs in it based on flavor. So one of the things they do in a lot of foods is they use what they call flavor enhancers. So flavor enhancers, right? They mimic certain flavors so that you think you're tasting what you're tasting. So like vanilla, they got imitation vanilla. There's no real vanilla bean in it. You see, a lot of the strawberries that, strawberry flavor and almond flavors, they're not really it. There is a chemical process of making flavors.
Right.
And a lot of them are what are basically going to be they're going to be things that kill your nerve cells. They destroy your nerve cells, what they call excitotoxins. So they shock your nervous system and fool it and trick it so quickly that it begins to change the way your nerves even work. Actually, it can explode your brain cells. Oh, you're on that platinum. Yes. So it's about getting our mind to realize what's real and what's not. And unless you have something real once in a while, you have no nothing to base it on. You know what I'm saying? You have no basis. You have no place to go from. So you got to calibrate every once in a while by eating something real, hearing something real, feeling something real, something actual. Now that begins to reset you so that you now have a baseline and then you can calibrate what's real and what's not. But, you know, and it's interesting because when we are eating, it takes like 80% of your body's energy to break down food.
Yeah.
It takes like 80%. Most of your blood flow goes to your digestive tract.
Yeah.
It leaves all these other places. This is why a lot of folks get sleepy after the big meal, because the blood begins to leave the brain that says we got to go to the stomach and to the intestines to try to break this down. So the blood has a lot, circulation has a lot to do with our focus. So when you got that itis, you know what I'm saying? You just finished eating a bunch of stuff. All the information now is being read from your food. If you're attempting to meditate at that particular time, it's challenging to get into the state of meditation because all the energy is going to your digestive tract. The work is being done in digesting food. So it's challenging to reach certain states of consciousness if you're full of food. If you're like studying in school, this is like if you go to lunch. You know, when I used to teach over at the college at UCLA, I would always make sure that when we went to lunch, right after lunch, we did some physical exercise, stretching, you know, dancing, bending, you know, things that actually bring your body back into alignment so it can receive information, bring the blood flow back up into your head.
Right.
That's why after eating, it's really good to walk. They say if you can walk 100 steps, that begins to break down the food quicker and also get your circulation moving back into your head so you can think clearly.
Indeed. Yeah. They're very curious about that. I thank you for answering that. I want to just to let y'all know we're about to get some questions from the people. We are in GodPower month officially, family, and we're looking forward to the 27th. There's a countdown actually to the 27th right now.
28th, 29th.
I keep saying the 27th. Let me
29th, man. What's happening?
29th.
Did you just eat something? You've been eating? What did you just eat?
Oh man. Oh man. What the hell did I just eat? What did I just eat? What did I just eat? I think I had some sardines or something. No, I had some tuna actually. I had some tuna fish.
Tuna and what? What'd you have it with? A starch?
I had it on a cracker.
See, you just mixed a protein and a starch.
Shouldn't have did that. Huh?
Right now, your body has no idea what to do. It's confused because there's certain enzymes to break down the starch. And there's a whole nother group of enzymes to break down what you call animal protein.
Right.
When they both have to be broken down together, there's confusion that happens because there's two different sets of enzymes, two different digestive processes. So you would have to eat, let's say, the sardines and a vegetable. A straight vegetable, like a green leafy vegetable, something like that. Yeah. If it's starchy, right, then it's going to there's going to be like a collision. You're just making this mash of goosh. Your body has no idea what to do with it. It's confused. So you can't think because there's confusion going on in your entire nervous system. Your immune system is on alert right now. It's saying, what the heck is this man doing? He's about to do a show and he's eating the sardines and some saltine. Were they saltine crackers?
No, they weren't salty. I don't mess with the Ritz anymore. I forget the brand, not the Ritz.
Were they gluten free?
They say that, but shit, I don't know. They say gluten free and this and that. And
well, if they're gluten free, you're better because gluten is, that's one of the main things taking folks out.
They need to be gluten free. How much they cost in Whole Foods? I got them from Whole Foods, so shit. They need to be gluten free.
Whole Foods is just a brand. That don't mean the foods in there are whole now. Yeah. I know you're gonna spend your whole wallet up in there. I was in there the other day and I couldn't even find my wallet.
It's crazy if you go in there, right? It's like, wow,
man. But you know,
Somebody said there goes his favorite snack. I mean, I ate a couple of crackers and sardines, and Dr. B just made me feel like I ate a cheeseburger with fries, chicken.
You did good. You did good. But I could just tell the way your reaction time, your response time is just a little slow.
Right.
Your eyes are blinking differently, and I'm just noticing that. And a lot of people, we do this. We mix proteins, animal protein, or whatever. Even a lot of things that are like beans and starches. See, in food combining, you look at that and you don't mix certain things. So it's proteins and vegetables, starches and vegetables, or fruit by itself. Right. We have to be very careful what we mix because we're doing alchemy here. We're creating something.
Indeed. Let's we got a packed crowd in the back looking to ask Dr. B a question. I asked everybody, be respectful, family. Time is always of utmost importance. We're not going to be on here all night. Everybody gets one question, then we got to move on. Like I told everybody, we are counting down to GodPower. We are on GodPower month. It is officially on the 29th. So I pinned the link at the top of the chat for everybody who has not gotten tickets yet. If you have not gotten tickets yet, I have no idea what you're waiting for. The package for GodPower 2 is absolutely amazing. We're pulling out all the stops. It's going to be amazing and great. Let's get to a couple of questions. Let's get to a couple of questions with Dr. B Sirius. So let me put this down. Let's get to the first. I see my brother. Hey, Rue. What's going on, my brother?
What up, Reg? How you doing?
I'm chilling. What you grew your hair? It's something different about it. What you did to your hair?
I cut my hair, man. No
you
more
cut
braids.
it? Okay,
no
that's what it was. That's what it was.
I
I knew it was something, man. I'm like, this brother looked different. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. What's that? What's on your mind, brother?
Okay, so first I want to just give gratitude to Dr. B. Thank you so much. You really saved my life. You don't know it, but you did. So I got to get this question I want to ask, and this is the context behind this question. I did Blueprint for GodPower 1, right? Still got it up. And I went through the whole conscious alignment thing to where like reprogramming myself. And I'm having a hard time with one thing because in order to get something, you got to give up something, right? So my question is, how do I navigate what it is that I want to give up and still keep the most important things in me?
First, you have to prioritize. So you have to look at what is it that you'd like? What is your goal? You have to be the captain of the ship and you got to know what is your destination. And while you're looking at your destination, you have to know why. And why it will be the fuel for your ship. So you look at what you put 3 things on the desktop. Which 3 things are most important? There's something that may be now, something in the near future, is something that you'd like to reach ultimately. So you have to pick one of those. And you have to do something every single day towards those goals. It could be just sitting, envisioning or feeling it as if you're there and doing at least one thing that moves you towards the goal. And the goal, here's the important part. Whatever you desire, you have to have it now. So now let's try it. One thing that you desire.
Peace of mind.
Okay, now what does that mean? If you had peace of mind, what would it feel like?
Sudorific. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Say that word. What you said, brother?
Sudorific.
What does that mean?
Calm, joyful. Calm and joyful, yeah.
All right. Have you ever felt?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have you ever felt calm and joyful before?
Not at the same time.
Have you ever felt calm or joyful before?
Yep.
Pick one right now that you'd like to feel. Calm or joy?
Joy.
All right. Close your eyes. And go back to the time where you feel joyful. Uncross your arms. And let me know when you actually can feel the joy that you felt before.
Okay.
You there?
Yep.
Snap your fingers 3 times. Do the other hand too. So check it out. Which snap was stronger?
The left hand.
The left hand, right?
Yep.
So left hand is the one that's receiving information. The right hand is sending information. You have a challenge sending the information to the source that you desire. Because your right snap was not as strong. See, this is all kinesiology and NLP. We're looking at the source of what you desire, right? You just said what it was, joy. But your right side don't quite believe it. Your right side doesn't know it. Your left side knows it. Your right side has an issue knowing it. So things like this are what we're going to be working on this in GodPower 2. You're going to learn basic kinesiology and how to reset that so that now all of a sudden you snap together at the same time. You have the same amount of power and force in each hand. Really quickly, roll your eyes around like you've lost your mind. Roll your eyes. 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 Roll your eyes.
Man,
come on, come on. Yeah, get dizzy. You need to get dizzy. Let's get dizzy. We're almost done. We're almost there. Roll your eyes, roll your eyes, roll your eyes, roll your eyes. All right. Now, snap your right hand, snap your left hand 3 times. Now the right hand 3 times.
That right hand is something.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Isn't that deep? Your strongest hand, your strongest hand is having the most issue accessing the feeling of joy.
I was waiting to ask you that at the end. You right-handed and you still haven't. Yo, that's
problem
deep.
with the right. Yeah, I can't. It's been like that since I was a child. I always get to the left hand, no problem.
Oh, Doc breaking this shit down. Oh man, Doc, you got him, Doc. Oh, you.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Doc. He really got me excited about.
Wow, you got him, Doc. Wow. Hey, you oh, good. I'm sorry.
When a subconscious issue becomes conscious, that's when you can begin to work on it. If it's not conscious, then you can't work on it. So we just in a few seconds located where there is a how should I say, a blockage. It's only a blockage. And we could go back. You say you've been like this since you was a child, right?
Yep.
So all I'd have to do is start asking questions about your parents, your grandparents, somebody that you really looked up to in life. And you might find out that they were right-handed, but when it came to them actually accessing what they truly desired in life, right, past what they're experiencing to something they're dream timing, something that they're moving towards, they may have been weak. This is the average person. They want something, They're not there yet. You don't have joy. You don't own it yet. Your left hand is cool with it. We got this. The right hand says, So now you got 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. We are going to break that type of spell in GodPower 2.
I can't wait.
No, see, now look at what you just said. I can't. And that's another thing we're going to talk about in GodPower 2.
He got you again. He got you again. Yo, Dre, he got you again.
It's like an automatic expression that just feels like they can't wait when they really now, like you like to call this to now. It's already happening.
This is what Brother Rich was talking about at the beginning of the show. The avatars got these habits. They're automatic programs. They're spells that are waiting to be broken. You said, I can't wait. That means yes and no, can and not, both. See them? What do they call those conjunctions? Shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't. What the heck is that all about? And you got to listen to the group of people that use them the most. They're usually the people that don't have what they truly desire because they speak, right, in a way which 1 foot's on the gas, 1 foot's on the brake. So you keep saying, I can't wait, instead of saying, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. And if you realize what's happening, right? Have you signed up already?
Yep, already got my ticket.
You got your prayers then?
Yes, yep. And that was another thing too. I keep getting the same email like every week.
Yeah, that's all right. Some people are saying they didn't get it because they're not checking their spam. So I'm resending it so nobody has an excuse. So nobody can say I didn't get it, Brother Rich. Like y'all heard, this brother's getting it several times because I just keep sending out. I'm keep sending out. But the rest of the stuff, like the immersive sound bath, you'll get that the day before the event or the day of the event. But the only thing right now you're getting is the prayers. But don't worry about it if you get duplicate emails. It's all right.
Okay, because I listen to it every morning. Every morning.
So what is happening is the GodPower event is not beginning on the 29th. The GodPower event has already happened. The minute you received, the minute you said yes, and you went in and did whatever you had to do to invest, you were there. It's already happening. The minute you listen to one of those prayers, you're there. So it's not in the future. The 29th is now. 2 + 9 is 11, right?
Yep.
Then that means it's elevated. It's already a master number. It's already happening now. So you have to remember that what your goal is in life, it's already happening. So one of you, right? When you understand remote viewing, one of you is actually already there, calling the other you. And the other you is saying, but we couldn't, and we wouldn't, and we shouldn't, and we're going to, and maybe one day, and if, and maybe, and trying. You have to be there now. Be there now. Now look how you're sitting. You lean, right? Since we've been talking, you're leaning with your left side, leaning forward more. I haven't seen you got balance yet. I haven't seen your right side come online. So you're not using the power you was born with.
Yeah.
You're not using all your power. You could be in the gym all day long. It don't have nothing to do with this. This got to do with supreme power.
Wow.
This has got to do with God power. You are not in your God power yet, but you about to be, because after we hang up, what you're going to realize is Dr. B just did something. He just dropped a pill deep in your subconscious, and everything changes. God powers now. Why do you think all of a sudden, all these years, things been okay, and they decide war? What's going on?
In the God.
All of a sudden, why this month? In October, because it's the harvest time. Let's screw up the harvest vibration, because they know we're supposed to be getting what we sow. We're reaping what we sow energetically, if we say so. So all this scramble is going on to get you to not get there in your mind. The people that run things know about the numbers and the number of vibrations and the frequencies, and they're just using it. So when they say war, you have to convert that to joy. Not even peace, because peace don't mean nothing to most people. Peace don't mean nothing. Sure. It's just a word. It's just a piece of little pieces of things. You want whole. Thank you very much, brother.
Hey, Trey, man, I appreciate you for calling in, bro. Don't feel bad. Dr. B started getting on me right away. He found out
I'm looking for. I like it. Like Dr. B is like one of my favorite people. He don't know it yet, but he like one of my favorite mentors out here.
Man, he found out I ate sardines and crackers, and he wanted to tear my head off. Hey, Ruben.
I just brought him to his awareness.
I'm not even gonna tell him what I ate. So
man.
Eat what you desire.
We gonna get to the next call. Yo, I appreciate calling. Hey, Root, and I look forward to seeing you on the 29th, my brother.
All right, y'all take it easy. All
right, take it, brother. Peace.
Take care.
Hold up, David. Hold up. Oh man, wow, that was awesome. That was perfection. Oh man. Once again, family, we are counting down to GodPower on October 29th. It's a virtual workshop that we are having with Dr. B. Sirius and Billy Carson, the gentleman behind me on the screen right here. And we're demonstrating God power in this episode by talking to the people. And Dr. B is going to use some of the techniques that we will demonstrate thoroughly in the workshop tonight. So I want to thank Dr. B. Wow, that was just so awesome. I'm just like the way he broke that down. So we're not going to be on here all night. I appreciate my brother Hey Rue. He's always checking in. Family, make sure you keep it one question and let Dr. B do his thing. Let's get to the everybody in the chat. I'm posting the link continuously if you want to get your ticket. Let's get to David. David, what's happening, my brother?
Yeah, what's going on, family? Hope y'all doing well.
Doing great, brother. What's going on tonight?
Hey, appreciate everything you do, Dr. B. Everything. I just ordered some iron tonic and some womb health for my wife, so she's starting that. So appreciate what you do, brother Rich. Appreciate you as always, man.
Thank you, brother.
My question is, so I was recently talking to one of my friends I haven't seen in a long time, and I was wondering because every time we link up, no matter if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't even matter. Even when we talk on the phone, it's like we never lose time, or we can just link up to the frequency of we just appreciate each other, we love each other, and we always just have a good time. And when we see each other, it's like time just stops. What is really happening in the quantum field? Because a lot of people say that, or when you watching something, or you with your people that you love, and time's just like oh my God, 3 hours and went by. How did that happen? What is actually going on energetically, or even within the field that creates that type of momentum?
See, in the field, they have this thing called the gluon state.
Good question, brother.
In the gluon state, particles that are like magnetized towards each other have this energy and they stay together. Mm-hmm. So like a piece of granite, how do all the particles in granite know to stay together and be granite? Because everything's made of the same stuff.
Right.
It's just different frequencies, right? And it's different energies that create the thing called granite, or the thing called you or your friend.
Right.
You guys are like particles in the gluon state. And there's some symmetry, there's some energy between you that's timeless.
Right.
You guys are more than brothers. You guys are the same energy. See, we all have people like this who we're connected to. Mm-hmm. You see, and when you tap in, you're tapped in. You're always tapped in. You see, these are the type of people, and they say, if you have one person like that, like a confidant, a person that this is tight, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? You are very, very fortunate. Now, everybody has people like this, but they don't recognize it. But because you're a builder, you're an architect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If you go back, you will remember the time when you were the one directing them how to lay the stones.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're able to see from 5 dimensions.
Right. That's funny you say that.
I know what anyway, you're 5 dimensions.
Right.
Your name begins with a D, which is 4, right? Which is foundation. It's got to do with being free and being art, but the D is pregnant for 5. 5 was what? A, B, C, D, E.
Right.
You are reaching, the D is reaching for 5. You reach towards 5 dimensions. So you can see things all around. You see the whole thing.
That's you're right.
You always see it before it happens. You're a
2-3 step person. Yep. Yes, sir.
You're a precog.
Yes. Yes. Awesome.
So you have precognition, and your friend has it too. So you guys can speak a language that most people can't speak. You can see things most people can't see. And it gets lonely out there when you're out there in the world and you have these special powers and you don't recognize anybody who has it. It's the reason why we don't recognize it, because we got too much junk around us. Right. We haven't learned to organically organize our lives. We haven't learned how to prioritize like you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
When you can prioritize. It's like you came on, you didn't ask just questions about you. You're talking about you and your friend.
Right.
Y'all some powerful people. You see, remember I said, if you got one person like this today, that you're on a whole nother level. You're like outside of the norm, because most people have no idea how to recognize, and know what is truly for them, what it's truly like to be balanced, what it's like to be whole, to be able to speak to somebody who actually speaks to them, to have reciprocal relationships. Most people are not having reciprocal relationships or relating. They're not.
Right. You're absolutely right.
They haven't. See, what people got is called 50-50 love, because they heard that in them love songs. Well, 50-50 love. What kind of shit is that? Right. You put up 100, I'm going to put up 100. What's this 50%? 50% mean I'm scared you may hurt me, you may leave me. So I'm only going to give you 50%.
Right.
Because most people get divorced, most people fight, most people cuss. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being 100%. But when you can be 100% whole, you create the gluon effect. I'm going to do everything I can do to be the most I can be. And the other person is going to do everything they can do to be the most that they can be. But the key thing that we're going to talk about a lot in GodPower is how to get the vision. But most people are blinking. See, I'm looking at you. You don't blink very often. Brother Rich, we've been talking about this.
Doc,
don't blink.
You seeing everything tonight, man.
I do.
On point.
What the hell you ate today?
Right, that's the question.
That's the question. What the hell you ate?
I'm drinking some tea right here. You understand what I'm saying? But he's not changing the channels. People be changing the channel quick. They're scared of their own power. They're blinking. They're guessing. They're guesstimating. And they've been hyped up so much with their talk and their ego and their intelligence and these titles. Oh, I'm king such and such. But then they blinking and blinking and blinking. If you was king such and such, you wouldn't have to say you was a king. You would have to call yourself anything. You walk in the room and you radiate so powerful like you that you would be the God man.
Just know it. You don't have to believe. You just know.
And you ain't got to tell nobody. You don't want to tell nobody, because you know what they do. They string your ass up. They will string your ass up and let you hang out there for the people to see, so nobody else won't come about being God, man, talking about they got a friend. You got a friend, that's a gang. Y'all dangerous. So you have it. You are representing the God power.
Thank you, sir.
You see, and your friend too, y'all are the God power.
And all
you gotta do is take two, and then you meet two more.
Right.
Then two more. And two more, but you got to be careful, because in this world, right, the way they run things, you're a tumor. We don't want no more tumors. We don't want no groups of people growing with power and coming together like this. That's why this month, you're going to notice every day of this month, there's going to be more and more things happen to try to keep you from getting to the 29th. When you see what I'm going to say this.
Come on, say it, Doc. Come on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, Doc.
If you know, you got a feeling right now that this event that's happening, this offering that's going to happen on the 29th, the last day of October, is the thing that changes everything. It's like what they call the straw that broke the camel's back. Because you were seeded with GodPower 1 with special powers and abilities. Now, some people fell off throughout the year. They got caught up because they don't have somebody like a friend like you. You can work back and forth and talk and communicate. They don't have somebody with them. A lot of people are just kind of lost and turned out and drifting and trying to stay on their ego. What's happening is we dropped certain medicine. Medicine means measurement on January 7th. The finishing piece of that is going to happen on October 29th. But it's coinciding with something that's happening universally. It's happening in our nation. It's happening on the planet. And let me tell you something. They're throwing everything. This is why they got this special test of the emergency broadcast system. Why is that in October? Why all of a sudden over across the world, they throwing bombs and stuff? Why, if you watch the news, there's been some crazy stuff in the news. I mean, every day I'm like, what happened today? Every single day. They're attempting to keep you from what? Directing your ship towards the shore. You reaching your telos. Because everybody has the ability right now to tap into the God power that we always had. We always had it. The thing is the thing is about misdirection. Keep people from actually tapping in. This month, they're going for it. October, this whole thing with Halloween and then All Saints Day and All Souls Day. Y'all know what that's about? Do you know anything about the ritual and the ceremony that these people have created in the month of October and then told you it was the 10th month when it's really number 8? I mean, this is a mind whoop. A mind whoop. That's not a mind whoop. You know what I'm saying? But it's cognitive dissonance. Because they're showing you one thing, saying another thing, and you're feeling something else, and you may be feeling lost and turned out. But this is the time when everybody's going to rise together if we become in alignment. We have to tap into this God power. Now, a lot of people say, well, okay, it's all right. Make your choice. You got to prioritize right now, because what they're doing is preparing you for what's to come. They're about to, I shouldn't say they're about to do it. They're pulling out all the stops to find out. And just guess why they're doing it. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
We told them to do it. What do you mean, Dr. B? This is a crazy world.
What do you mean?
The master in us said, pull out all the stops and test me.
That's right. That's right.
Test me if you can. Throw it all at me. Come with it.
Do your work.
Yo.
You created it. You think they did it. This whole victim archetype, right? You don't realize you're the master. Why does the master swordsman always go out and fight again and risk getting chopped up? Because the master is always, right, out on an obstacle course testing their mastery. And you are not a master unless you're tested. The best expansion. Will be tested the most.
Expansion, yes, sir.
You see, so we're actually creating, when the man called it blueprint for God power. That means it's got actual things in it that you can use, which the other word for blueprint is the treasure map. You're going to receive the treasure. We're not giving you some hypothetical stuff in God power. This ain't one of them things where you done went to a lecture and your mind was blown and 2 days later you back to normal. No, right. You're getting actual tools. Now it's up to you to use them. But when we know that there's other people together, like the brother here, he got people down with him. People going to follow this man. This man could say anything. It looked like he work in the medical business. You work in the medical business?
Yes, sir. Well, yeah. I work in the hospital.
Why does he work there? Why is he there? Maybe I shouldn't say it online. This piece of the boss may be listening. I'm going to say it. He's a plant. He's a plant because when he walks in the room, when he walks through the hall, he's spreading seeds. You see, when you got to be able to be undercover. See, we be talking too loud, telling people too much stuff. We going to a secret meeting, man. Check us out on Facebook. We having a secret private meeting on Thursday. Come on, man. The real people who really know are very quiet. They're sitting in the corner of the room. You don't know. They're very meek. You see, sometimes we be talking too much. They got us showing too much, saying too much.
Right. So
what we are doing right now is preparing ourselves because this is the harvest time. This is when we get our pot of gold. Because when we tap into this next thing, this thing they calling 2024, if they don't get you now, they ain't gonna get you. They know. Oh, they know. Because they know when they look and they can't find the North Pole, this stuff it keeps drifting. The Polaris ain't the North Star no more. And this thing is wobbling. Somebody told me, well, Dr. B, that ain't true because this is a flat earth. I couldn't care if it's flat, round, shaped like a nickel. It don't make no difference what it is. What's happening energetically, right, is happening with and for everyone. Everybody's not as fortunate as this brother. Like, me and Brother Rich, we could talk on the phone all day and we get on with Billy. This could be deep. We may not get off the phone. You see?
I believe it.
But what we're saying is we're creating family here through this God Power event, and we're inviting everybody to come. So now you will have friends. You will have people who are down with you. The people who missed the train, you can't be trying to beg them to come get on the train. They ain't on the train. They gonna mess the train up for you. They done came on the train, eating chicken sandwiches, left grease and gum on the bottom of the seat. You know how that is. Who let this Negro in? Well, that's my boy. I didn't want him to miss the train. He done messed the train up. Leave people alone. So right now, what we're doing is this is the love train. This is where we tap in. And it's good to talk to you, brother, and see a brother like you with that power. Look at his eyes. You see that? You see it? You see the brother ain't blinked yet?
No. David is tapped in. He be asking some amazing questions. But David, everybody gonna forever remember you as the shower guy.
Oh,
bro.
for sure. And you right. I'm cool with it.
But you know what? That was meant for me to recognize you. Sometimes things happen so souls can interact with each other because I meet so many people. For me to have an interaction with somebody, sometimes something extreme or something has to occur to make
Yeah,
that person
embarrassing.
stand out. To make
Yeah.
that person stand out. So that made you stand out. And I'm always going to remember you when I see you on the show and like, oh, that's the brother David. So now you stand out and we get to hear your wisdom, and everybody know you're like a regular when I do the live Q&A. So everything has its purpose, brother. But that was some funny shit the first time.
It was
I was
hilarious.
on a live with Billy, man. The people in
It
the
was
chat, they
hilarious.
still laughing. But Davey, yo, you seriously tapped in, my brother. I want to get to some more calls. Did you?
Yeah,
You got
go
your,
ahead. Go ahead.
You got your
Thank
ticket
y'all.
already? You got your ticket already, David?
I'm getting it this Friday. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I look forward to seeing you on the 29th, my brother. Thanks for the call.
Indeed. Y'all take care. Thank y'all for everything.
Okay, peace,
Congratulations, brother.
Peace.
Appreciate you. Appreciate Dr. B.
All right. All right, let's yeah, Doc, man, you tapped in today, man. You are too. You tapped in. You got the, you're not as joking as you got the serious demeanor. You ever see Kobe Bryant and it's like game 7 and it ain't playtime no more? He got that Mamba face on. You got like this Mamba look on, man. I should have known when you started getting on me in the beginning of the show. I should have known Doc wasn't playing today, man. I should have already known, man. Doc ain't taking no prisoners today, family. Let's get to the next call. Amazing show so far. Who's this? Kevin the God. What's happening, brother?
Peace, God. How you doing?
Peace. What's on your mind, my brother?
All right. So just hearing you talk from the start of the show, you've already spilled everything I had to ask. My observation is, one, I heard you speak on how you are able to almost see a foreshadowing of what's to come and decode it, kind of like catching a synchronization wavelength, or Brother Alkebulan. I don't know if y'all know Brother Alkebulan. How he talks on how the center point or the middle point of what you would call the infinite sign, right there. I like to say that I'm catching all these messages coming through from my higher self, and then I have the feeling that I am higher self already, that I've collapsed. Let's say there's thousands of me, and I've come to the one in here right now. Now I have a wife who I've been married to 6 years, and my question is, how can I help my wife see the POV of what I'm seeing, for her to understand what I'm speaking, right? And we've had many talks on many different things, and one thing that I notice on her is that she is willing to understand and comprehend, but I don't know how to help her, in a sense, speak the same language, right? Speak the same frequency. And that's not to say that she doesn't already. She does speak God talk. She speaks financial literacy. She knows how to alchemize bread, honey, dinners, right? Those are the things that she does. But how can I also utilize her power for us to have that idiom at 100% or even twice as much to reach our goals? Now we have already a lot of the goals that we've accomplished in our lives. We have a family of three little ones. We have our house that we bought. Our next step is to elevate and have an evolution, so that not only may it ripple within my own family in this household, but to my generations from the past, and then the ones who are presently here with me.
First of all, you're probably not going to be able to get her to speak the language you speak, because you are using pranic energy. You're a prana master. When you talk, you're doing your hands like this. You're opening your hands up. You move them over here. And if you look carefully, you can see a blurb through your hands.
Yeah.
Where are your people from?
My mom is from Mexico, the capital of Mexico. So the federal district. My father, I don't speak to him, but he's also from federal district. But my father, who I call my father to this day as well, he's from Veracruz, Mexico.
So your people build temples. They're Templars. to the sun, to the stars, you're tapped into energy that you're using every day that no one can understand. You don't need to speak the same language. What you need to have is the same goals, because her specialty, her craft, right, is different than your craft. That's why you've brought your two crafts together to make a bigger ship. The question is, which craft? That was the question. They're asking a question. Which craft? What is your craft? What do you do? You work with stones. You're a builder. You work with light. I can see light in your hands. That's that. Study pranic energy, and you'll see all the way you move your hands. You're like a prana master. Her thing may be a little more. She's into finance. She's into this. She can take it. You said she can alchemize honey. She's an alchemist. There's two different crafts that you brought together in one place, one home. You don't need to speak the same language. You just need to have the same goals. You already have the same goals. That's why you came together. That's why you built this place. So don't be so concerned about the language or the words. It's more like the action. The words, these are some confusing words that we speak. This thing, English, is not our first language. Even if you spoke Spanish, that ain't your first language. None of these languages that we speak today are our original languages. It's all confusion. But we use it to the best of our ability. So it's not about being able to speak. It's the action. Being able to make sure that we have a goal. So I tell people, I said, well, if you are what you considered married, then every year get married again. Go back to a sacred place, say your vows, whatever they are, again, and just ask the question, is everything okay? How are we doing? Do we need to do a little course correction? Because 90% of our journey in life is with course correction. If you don't keep your hands on the wheel, and you have to understand, if you're both on a boat together, you're both on the ship, you're both captains of a ship, we got to agree on what the goal is. Now, if there's a disagreement on our goal, we got a problem. We're driving, somebody's grabbing the wheel, and you know what I'm saying? And we're fighting with the wheel. If you're not fighting with the wheel, let the wind take you. Let the pranic energy blow through you. Let the life force blow through you. You have this. So get out of your mind of worry. And just know that you've made the best choice. And she will know. It's more about action that speaks much louder than words. Congratulations, brother. You got something most people will never have. That partnership, that home, the children. And I can see in your eyes, you know something that no one else can know. You may never be able to share this. They'll never know it because you're not from here. You're from somewhere else here on the planet.
I know that.
You just in a human meat suit, an avatar, or what y'all call it, a rover.
Rover. Earth rover. Earth rover.
This is an Earth rover. You see it, but that's not you, and that's not her. Y'all have created a universe together, and you are. And a universe, for it to come together, has to be made of all different particles. They're not the same.
Hey, that's amazing advice. I want to get to the next caller, Kevin, but I had to realize that myself with my relationship, Kevin. So that's amazing advice. Definitely take that to heart. Now, you called before, so I appreciate the support, my brother.
Yeah,
did you get your ticket yet for the
I already listened to the prayers in the morning, woke up, opened the email, and clicked it.
Excellent. All right, my brother. I'll see you on the 29th.
Peace.
All right. What an amazing show. Doc, man. Shit, people about to call you for personal consultations, man.
I don't do them anymore. You only can get them at GodPower.
GodPower, yeah. Got to sign up for that. All right,
sign up.
Let's get to Nina. Nina the singer, are you there? Nina, I'm about to click to the next person. You have to say something, Nina. All right, Nina, we'll get back to Nina. Let's get to my brother Dean. Dean, what's happening, my brother? Good to see you again.
Hey, hi, brother Rich. How you doing? That's
what's
up,
brother?
How you doing? We met at the Forbidden Conscious Award.
Yes.
Just a birth. Our eyes almost got a little watery at a moment. I think we were just sharing our feelings, and I always like to share the impact that you guys have on myself. And I find I try to listen to everybody's question and how it relates to me. And a lot of people, yes, their questions help to kind of answer. But I'm always curious to get your insight because I'm a person that feels. And in this, I've gotten the GodPower one, and I did that, and I've seen the transition in myself, the growth. I've noticed even my wife. We have had these moments where we've gone to this evolution, and as I evolve, she can see it and she's recognizing it, my growth. And I realized that I needed to take time for myself and realign. I've started a new business. I've kind of went through hardships of my work, um, and being off work, getting paid, but being off of work and starting a new career and wanting more for myself. So when I took this initiative and I started digging into myself, I started to really transition and lose friends, family, and at this point, I don't have much, but I'm okay with it because I've seen myself evolution and wanting more for myself. And the more I ask that I want better for myself, unfortunately, my relationships, I have to draw the boundary and do the best for myself. But I think there's a point that I've known you talk about, and you said you weren't yourself. And there took a time where you almost like in your transition point. There's always that point I find when you're about to go through this evolution, you are really tested. And I find this balance of you almost question yourself. Am I being tested? What am I doing? And it's like I find that thing gets harder and harder. And it's like I'm getting stronger. But for you personally, Dr. B and Brother Rich, what do you do to when you know you're about to hit something? You're feeling it. I feel like there are certain things that I've felt since I was a kid. I was strange. I felt really weird. I was neglected a lot from my family. I was kind of the black sheep. I was one of those kids that was very weird, and I was ridiculed for having these innate feelings or these way of communicating and loving people and being an empath and seeing the better in people. I've always wanted to be like that, and I found that got me hurt a lot. Um, and while I realized that a lot of people still wanted that from me, I didn't want to give it to them. How do I now? I feel like worn down. That part of me, I do feel worn down. But how do you get to that next transition point where you're like, I got to break through. I got to get through. What do you do to kind of fine tune, go back into your space and be like, how do I tune this energy? How do I refocus? How do I find my motivation? How do I find that next person me? And I feel like this God power is going to be the one to kind of get me to that. But what did you do personally when you got to that point? I think you talked about it a couple months ago, Dr. B, where you just for 2 days you went into this kind of seclusion. And I find those important details. I like to know these things because it's so much wisdom in your evolution when you guys are dropping these bombs of what you guys did in your runs, because there's a lot of us who are experiencing the same evolution, the same points. So where we're losing friends or you're losing this family, and I find a lot of people who are on this journey are going through the same problems and the same things. So some you may have answered somebody else's question that totally just answered a question for me. And we're all seeing this kind of point. And I've noticed a lot of people are in this kind of weird space in the last few months of knowing that there's something about to break, but holding tight, holding strong. And, I think that's once you guys kind of tell us how you evolve, it also helps us because it lets us kind of know what we're doing or what we need to fine tune in these circumstances kind of thing. I know that was very loaded question, but I don't know. What do you guys do when you're in that point of like, I need to dig deep inside of me and I need to really bust it open and like really just do something to that point where I don't even know if I recognize Dr. B or Black Magic anymore, because the person that they were about a week ago that I saw them, it's almost like they're not the same person, but I like it. You know, like there's always that evolution. I think we do.
Let him answer, Dean. Let him answer, because I see him getting in
Okay.
that flow right. Yeah, let him in. Yeah.
Okay.
What's that behind you on the wall? Are those plans?
Yeah, blueprint. I'm in real estate, so
hold
that
on,
was my motivation.
Hold on.
Yep.
You have blueprints on your wall. Are you an architect?
No, I started a business in real estate, and I needed as much motivation behind me. I needed to psych myself out, and I saw this, and I was like, that's going on my wall.
All right.
Because I wanted to remind me of so many things, and blueprint, GodPower. There's so much metaphor stuff for me. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, number one, you have to get to this place where you're willing to allow what you call friends to leave.
Yep.
Allow family to leave because they can't go where you're going. That's challenging for all of us. It's not unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
It's fortunate that you're a master and you have to leave the village to save the village.
Gotcha.
You have to separate yourself. You have to become the apostate that you are and go to the forbidden zone and go to the places that no one else will go and you can only go alone.
Yep.
You're on the hero's journey. And even though you emotionally say it hurts, it actually is strengthening you.
Mm-hmm.
You're becoming more powerful every single day as you keep walking into the field. And when you get in that field, right, lay down in that grass in that field alone.
Mm-hmm.
And in that field, there's no right or wrong. There's no hurt. There's no pain. There's no anything. You're just allowing the energy that is in that field to take you. You got to let go because you're holding on.
Yeah.
But you have the blueprint on. You are not just becoming it. You're looking at it.
Yeah.
You got to stop looking at it and become it.
Yeah.
You cannot hang out, right? If you're an eagle, why are you attempting to hang out with pigeons? Even the pigeons are worried. Why is he down here? Is he going to eat us? What is the plan? You understand? We're trying to hang out with pigeons. There's nothing wrong with pigeons. They're doves. They're just gray looking doves. You know? Why are we trying to save them too? And we're hurting them by, or if that's going to hurt for us to leave, you have to leave. So what you're going through is the symptoms of ascension. And sometimes it tears us up, but you got to let go. And we've got to turn down some of the emotion. And remember that energy in motion tends to stay in motion. Until acted on by an equal opposite force. What you're going to do, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand up.
Okay.
Stand up.
Yep.
And say, I allow.
I allow.
I allow myself.
I allow myself.
To be myself.
To be myself.
I am an eagle.
I'm an eagle.
I fly.
I fly.
I fly high.
I fly high.
And nothing will ever bring me down.
Nothing will ever bring me down.
The God power is in me.
The God power is in me.
And the blueprint is on my wall.
The blueprint is on my wall.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm willing.
I'm willing.
To be who I came to be.
To be who I came to be.
So that I could save the village.
So I could save the village.
That's it. You're done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dean, man, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Thank you. It was. It was beautiful.
There's good, Dean.
You know what? It's words of wisdom. And you know, when just being here, I'm grateful. But you know, it's hard. I don't have the ability. I'm looking, you know, I love this.
Stop.
Yeah, you heard what you said. I don't have.
When you stop saying it's hard and I don't have, you have it all. You just got it. What you
just
got to
it.
do
That's
is
real.
realize when and how to know when and when to know
I
how.
got it.
Here's the
got it.
magic words. Here's the magic words. Shut up.
Yep.
You got to be able to
Yep.
tell yourself to shut up.
Shut
Otherwise,
up,
you end up talking yourself
out of it.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, your feathers have just fallen off. And now you're down there pecking around with the pigeons.
So can I rephrase that?
No.
I'm grateful that I have Dr. B and Black Magic.
This is huge what I'm attempting to give you right now. If you could just not say anything. Because your words, they're words, it's action.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just be like, you change all of a sudden. I'm like, I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to apologize. I don't need to tell anybody what I'm doing. Just do it. Be it. If you speak, you start. See, this is one of the things we're going to be talking about in GodPower is the language of empowerment. You say less.
Yep.
It gets funny because you ain't saying too much. People, what's wrong with him? He's not talking too much. There's nothing to say.
Yeah.
Eagle can't talk to pigeons. Why you keep trying? It's a different language.
Yeah. One thing, and before I go to the next caller, Dean, one thing I noticed right away is that your question was all over the place. And I've seen you ask questions last year before, and you weren't like that. And I just see somebody in the comments says his mind isn't quiet. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So the fact that you're asking a question like that lets me know where your state of mind is in. So that's the reason why Dr. B just told you, nope, don't say nothing no more. Because it seems like you just you have to do more listening than talking at this juncture in your life, because the higher self is obviously begging to give you some instruction. The fact that you put that whole blueprint back there, your higher self is begging to give you instructions. So I would definitely there's something that brothers in jail do. It's called a talking fast, where they don't talk for a day. So I don't know how busy your lifestyle is, where you go to work or what you do, but if you could fast from talking for hours, for a day, or for forever how long, I would advise you, Dean, to really tap in to fast from talking. And really listen, because you're a brilliant brother. I heard you come on here and ask questions. You're a brilliant brother. So I just want to say that, but we're gonna go to the next call. Did you get your ticket yet, Dean?
Oh, I got it. And oh, they're beautiful. Yo, Brother Rich, your mind and how you organize that I loved it. I needed it. And you know what? I love letting those tears go.
Yes, sir.
Tears, it was happy tears and being like, yo, you're doing this. And there's people who are out there showing who they are and being vulnerable about it, but embracing the beauty. It's helping so much. And I feel magical doing it. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for calling, Dean. And I'll see you soon at GodPower too.
All right.
Peace, my brother.
Thank you.
Right, peace. Shout out to everybody who called tonight. Absolutely, absolutely amazing show. Wow. I mean, this is beyond intelligence. This is beyond intellect. This is beyond just learning something. We are absorbing an energy tonight that is unique and that is needed on the planet at this time. Everybody who's calling is getting amazing advice from Doctor. I can't wait for Doc on GodPower Part 2. I don't know what this brother tapped into. He tapped into something. And I'm not saying that just to say that, but the brother, as somebody coughs in the background, I'm saying that, but the brother tapped into something, and I recognize it, Doc. And whatever you're doing right now, keep doing. I feel a little Dick Gregory energy in you. I said that last time, but whatever you're doing, just do it, brother. And let's get to the next caller. We got Elijah L. What's happening, brother?
How y'all doing?
All right. What's on your mind?
I just want to give my gratitude to y'all for everything that y'all do. Dr. B, Brother Rich, and Billy Carson for the GodPower. I practice everything that from the first one every single day, and it has made my life like exponentially grow. My question for today is, when did you realize that your inner feeling state was creating your reality, and what led up to that realization?
It's happening all the time. It's happening now. But what really shocked me was when I was told I didn't have that long on the planet. That realization that me being a record producer, having most of the things most people can only dream of, and hearing that my life force I had a date that I would be up out of here. At that point, you give up all this stuff and you begin to live. Something usually has to happen for most people to have that event where they say, I am ready to live and let things go. And you have to be ready to let go of friends, family, and everything. And it's different for everyone because everybody's here on a different ray of light. Everybody's different. So there's no one way. There's no book. You could read a self-help book, but that book can't help yourself because your situation is different. All information that is coming to everybody differently. Some folks are hearing me say things right now that I didn't say, or they didn't come out of my mouth, but the way the energy hit their ears, they hurt. Because people call me all the time. Well, Dr. B, the other night you were talking about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't remember saying that. Actually, I can't remember it because I'm not him. So each moment we're going through an evolution, a revolution, every moment. There's no one point, but there's sometimes big things that happen. And sometimes they're traumatic that makes you have that huge quantum shift. But there's a shift happening in you every day, every second of every day. You see, it's in what they call the divinity code within every cell, within every organelle, with every part of you. There is an energy, which is the soul energy. See, soul is something you don't own. The soul is like the Akasha. It's the life force energy moving through everything. Now, spirit is different. That's yours. That's your kind of like your personality. You see what I'm saying? Right. That is changing every single day. So you have to be able to recognize within yourself when it's happening. It's happening right now. So even though I give you certain things that happen to me, for me, by me, that's not going to be the same for you. There's no one way to do this. And, you know, I've been to all kind of courses, man, and classes and workshops, and they keep telling me what it is and how I'm going to do this. And you need to do that. You need to do that. And something always said, no, that's not what you need to do. You need to do what you need to do within you. But the main thing that a lot of folks have is they've got a lot of trash. They got a boat. They're on a boat. They're the captain of a boat. But see, guess what? There's cargo on the boat. A lot of the cargo, a lot of the luggage is not even yours. Come from your family, come from your friends, come from the books, come from the lectures, come from the classes, the ideas. And all of that stuff, you've got to recognize what's yours. When you go to the airport, they always say, make sure don't take nobody else's luggage. Don't carry people's stuff that ain't yours. Is that your luggage? How much luggage are we carrying that's not ours? So once you're able to, gradually move the luggage out, the ideas, the feelings and emotions that we've borrowed, you see, and once you're able to leave the place of fear, you see, once you can get out of that place and get into now, and now you can look at what's yours today, and it's got to happen every day. So with GodPower, what we're looking at is helping people, giving people the actual tools that they could use every day, not just ideas. Because a lot of times what we hear on the internet are concepts. They're theories that may have worked for somebody, but it's not the thing. We're going to give them actual tools. So if I say, well, here's scissors. These are materials that you can cut with these type scissors. Some scissors are for paper. Some scissors are for fabric. They got scissors that cut metal. So you're going to at least have the scissors with GodPower so that you can now cut and cut out what it is you desire each day. But as the captain of that ship, you have to have a pure goal, and you have to be able to feel when all of a sudden your compass is off. You're supposed to be going west and the wind is blowing you north. Now you may in a storm have to go north, or you may be traveling west and the storm is blowing you east. You have to know as a captain whether you should go with the wind, because it's not going to last forever, right? Or try to go around the storm, through the storm. You have to be able to feel that. And a lot of people, they don't have that. So that's why the blueprint that we're going to give to tell you how to manage the two parts of your brain, how to speak the language of empowerment, how to use your eyes as technical, technology, how to tap into the you that's been waiting for you. It's all inside. And you're going to know. The question was, how you going to know? You're going to know because you get a signal that's loud. But if your ears are full of wax, because you done heard too much, seen too much, felt too much, dug too much into the past, then you can't hear. So let's wash this stuff out your ears.
Hey, and that's key because I forgot to mention that my birthday is actually January 10th. So that made it even more special for me. I was like, wow, because I called it before when you was describing this day was close to January 7th. I knew it off the bat. You know what I'm saying? January 10th, he was going to mention that date. It's
Yes.
my birthday. So it's like, wow. It's crazy.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, I did. I have.
Yeah, I was on mute. I'm sorry. I want to get to the next
Okay.
Elijah. We passed the hour mark, but I definitely appreciate you calling in, my brother. Did you get your ticket yet, my brother?
Oh yeah, I got that first quarter.
Did you get you got the prayers?
Oh yeah, I've been on them.
You've been them okay. Excellent. What's your hoodie say, by the way? That's interesting.
It's Grind for Mine. This is my brand.
Excellent.
Snap Clan, but it's Grind for Mine.
How can they get the hoodie, my brother?
I got a website. I can
know. What is it, brother? You got what is it? It's your opportunity. This your opportunity, brother. God damn, brother. You got
www.snappclanmerch.com. SNAPPKLANN.com.
Okay, all right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the time, brother. I'll see you on the 29th, my brother.
What's done?
All right, peace. All right, shout out to that brother right there. Nice hoodie. Make sure you support that brother. Love to see brothers and sisters doing their thing with their business, their products, and their services. All of us should have some type of product and services. We're all amazing and talented at something, and I think that's the realm we going in. And shout out to that brother. There was actually, it's been one of the most amazing shows I've had, but there's been no sisters tonight. I don't know what happened to the sisters. There's a sister behind here, Nina, the singer. I clicked on her before, but she's not around. She's not there for some reason. I tried again. She's still not there. Yeah, let me get rid of her. Yeah, just I didn't have any sisters tonight. So I definitely want to get a sister on here. We got a brother in the back. Let me get to this brother right here. I'm gonna put up the link for a couple of things I want to do. There's people still asking, how do I get tickets? I don't know how y'all don't understand how not to get tickets yet, family. I done posted it so much. Let me post it again. I just posted the link to get tickets in the chat. It's also pinned at the top of the chat, and it's also in the description of the video. And it's in the description of almost every video. So, so to get tickets, the information is everywhere. So somebody just said, where's the link? I just posted the link in the chat. And it's pinned at the top. Maybe y'all trolling. Maybe some of y'all trolling. All right, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, so that's the link for that. Whoever buys tickets tonight, I will send out the 7 sacred prayers tonight. So whoever's buying tickets for the GodPower workshop, GodPower Part 2, October 29th, I'm sending out 7 sacred prayers tonight. If you are somehow late and don't know what's going on with the 7 sacred prayers, let me just explain to you. There's Queen Afua, Sister Myra, Billy Carson, Dr. B, Professor Kaba, Loaded Lux, Hank Rising's son. I think that's it. But these individuals put together 7 prayers that offer you an amazing connection with divinity, the quantum field, source, whatever you want to call it. You could, is they actually tap into your subconscious, into your emotional field of your body. You will most likely release tears upon watching it. But what you can also do, and I want you to do, is use this as a blueprint to create your own prayers and your own soundtrack to communicate with divinity. So it is absolutely amazing, and I advise everybody. Like I said, if you're buying tickets to listen to it tonight before you go to bed, that is part of the subconscious reprogramming or the avatar programs that we are talking about in the show, to listen to this and watch this right before you go to sleep when you are in that theta mode. So yeah, that is awesome. We're going to take a few more calls, then we're going to get out of here, family. A few more calls. Let me put the let me go to this brother first. All right. Peace. Kava G. How you say your name, brother?
Cavaggio.
Cavaggio. What's going on, brother? What's on your mind?
Hey, first shout out Rich, man. I appreciate you, dog. Hey, shout
Yes,
out Dr. B, man.
thank you,
feel me?
brother.
I love y'all. Hey, I got a question though. It's about the GodPower 1. And so what really impacted me was like the morning meditations. Like I implemented the true love. I know Dr. B did all of this. I think it was the hypothalamus or something.
Yes. No, actually, that was the thalamus. The thymus, activating the thymus gland.
And so, like you were saying, set your priority. My main one was, I know you started off with the true love. And so, basically, I've been trying to vibrate on true love every single day. And so, I know that sometimes my days will go bad, or sometimes it'll go good, depending on if I finish my meditations or my morning routines correctly. It's like, say if I wake up a little late, I don't finish it. But say I wake up early, I finish it. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is, like, when I do finish my morning routines, I implement that true love, the true love. I try to vibrate on true love, 500, so I can counterbalance, every single person vibrating lower than true love. You feel me? And so those days when I do finish it, I'm like, okay, I'm about to have a good day because I know how it is. But then I'll find it. Let me get to the question. I was basically going to ask, like, is true love, is it tough love, or is it like a soft love? You feel me? Like say to my son, he hurts himself. I get up, and I tell him to get up. Like, it ain't gonna hurt. You feel me? I'm showing him tough love, or I get on him a little bit, and then I feel like, well, my girl, she'll say it's too hard. Like, you're a little too hard on him. But then me, I'm like, okay, this is what he needs. Or is true love like a soft love? Like I give my girl, like, I cuddle in the bed with her or something like that. Because when I do finish my morning routines, like, and I'm vibrating on that true love, I feel like I'm a little harsh on people throughout the day. Even though I finished that meditation, that morning routine, and I'm vibrating on true love, if that makes sense. So my question is it a tough love, or is it like a soft love?
I suggest people get this book. Let me get it here. The Mastery of Love. This book is profound. It's by, Don Miguel Ruiz. Love is different for different people, but this gives you kind of like a guide, because sometimes, so like you say, you're talking to your son, and, your wife may say, well, you're being a little hard on him. Well, she feels that because she comes from a different space, but he may need that type of pressure or that type of force to become more powerful.
Right.
If we too soft in certain situations, that's not love. We're feeling sorry for the person. You know what I'm saying? Love is a very interesting thing because most people have no idea what it really means. Just remember, when you do your prioritization in the morning, it sets your whole day. That doesn't mean you're going to be some nice guy all day. Oh, God, and using the word love over and over, and I love everyone. Sometimes love is separation. Sometimes love is silence. Sometimes love is letting people have their own situation that empowers them. We don't want to stop people from crying all the time. Let them cry. Because the dendrites that are breaking off in their nervous system are important for them to make their change, to make them go through what they need to go through. You know what I'm saying? To create change. Just remember, you had said that some days you might not get through with your whole meditation. You may be moving too fast to do the prioritize.
Most of the time, that's been lately, yeah.
You don't have to actually physically do it. All you have to do is think it. You could take 1 second and just feel you're doing it, and boom, your subconscious mind doesn't know whether it's happening or not. Your subconscious mind is easily tricked. If you think about it, your subconscious mind thinks it's happening. If you think about something disagreeable, your subconscious mind says it's happening. It's like a servant. It's doing what the captain, which is your conscious mind, says. So if your conscious mind says, oh, we forgot to do the meditation, subconscious says, oh God, we forgot to do it. We're messed up all day. You have done it. You've done it enough times where it's actually written in you. So for those of you who haven't done GodPower 1, it would be great to go take that and learn those exercises, which helps prioritize your whole life. You see, and we still have it at elevationtime.com on my website. It's still up there if you want to go and get that. But what we're doing now is we're completing it. You are complete. You see what I'm saying? Your son is watching both of you. Your son is, he's got to be yin and yang. You got to have a little bit of both of them. We're creating balance right now on this planet. We have to. But we got to go through hell at points sometimes to get to heaven. So if we go to hell for 3 days, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing if we're going to live in heaven for the rest of our life. But we are the conduit between heaven and hell. We're choosing heaven and hell, or hell. And some things that we look at and say that's heaven could just be something that somebody told you over and over that was heaven. But it's actually nothing. It's really interesting how a lot of people will tell me they believe in something or they worship something, and the things they desire have never happened. They could ask a deity or whatever for stuff all day and thank that deity for stuff. And I say, well, what actually happened? And we want to give it up to a deity. Oh, thank God for the stuff you did. So maybe thanking God is really thanking yourself if you're a part of it. So you are not walking towards anything, you're it. And you're from where you're going. Your exercises are in you, brother. You have it. Get the mastery of love. Do you have your ticket for GodPower?
Hey, I'm gonna get it.
I see how you grabbed your mouth. You grabbed your mouth. You went through a whole thing. What just happened? What just happened?
The lie detector. The lie detector.
What just happened? Everything was cool. Your countenance was great. Till I said, do you have your ticket? You took your left hand, grabbed your mouth, went into a whole thing. See?
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you have your ticket yet? Here's the question.
The real answer is because just life's been happening. I had to get my own spot. I messed up. I feel like I failed myself, and I feel like this is the time to get me right. And so, like I said, I'm gonna get the ticket. I got my check on the counter right now. I just can't cash it till Friday. But I'm grateful that y'all answered this call, because I was spamming in the comments to see if you were going to actually help calculate the real Christmas in GodPower 2, like you gave us the formula in GodPower 1. And so, like, either way, I was going to get it, but I wanted to ask that question also.
Question. If Brother Rich said tonight, everybody that signs up with GodPower tonight gets an ounce of gold.
Yeah.
Would you have the ticket by tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, yeah, I'm a ruffle or something.
I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying, think about it like that.
Yeah.
Because if it depends on our value system, and that's why we taught the prioritization exercises in GodPower 1. What we're doing right now, we're having challenges as beings on the planet prioritizing, because the mass distraction is so strong. So many things are pulling us. So much wind is trying to blow our vehicles, our ships, our crafts away from the goal. When actually this is the goal. This is it. We've been working for a long time to get to this place. I'm saying that this is it. Tell your friends, pull people together, do watch parties if you have to. Pull as many people as you can together at this time, because the music that we're creating, just listening to the music. Let's just say you listen to the prayers and listen to the music. It's going to change you, because the frequencies that I'm putting in the music I'm working on right now, I've never worked with these frequencies. I'm playing in registers and playing music I've never played before.
Yeah.
I'm bringing people in as special guests to do special things because we realize how important it is right now that we bring this in through the 7 senses. It can't just be what we heard about. It's got to be what we smell, what we taste, what we feel, what we vision. You see, all of those things are going to be brought to the surface right now so that we can sail. And it's going to go in deep. And this is something that we're doing not just for us, but for our offspring. This is our legacy. This is history in the making. Like, we are part of something huge. So I'm just saying that whenever you're ready, whenever you can, make sure you're prioritizing things. Get this book, The Mastery of Love. And if you're toxic, a lot of people don't, they're toxic. Their mind is toxic. Their blood's toxic. So I tell them, you need to get a cleanse. Go to elevationtime.com and get the elevated total body program and clear yourself out, because that's the GodPower cleanse, to detoxify the mind. But make sure you're investing in the right things that are going to become gold.
Yeah, we got to get to the next call, brother. I appreciate you so much for calling in, my brother.
Peace and love, baby.
Yes, brother. Peace. If anybody calling, listen, don't get offended if Doc ain't playing no games tonight. I said when he started out the show, he got at me immediately. He didn't waste no time. He got at me, no smiles. He wasn't trying to be my friend. So he's in that type of no nonsense Dick Gregory mood tonight. He's giving out, and this is hands down. I hate to compare things. This is the best Q&A show, not that I've ever produced, but I've ever seen in my life. Like this is, and sometimes it's hard to say that in the now. Maybe you can reflect 5 years from now and be like, oh, that was great. Right now, I'm in the middle of it. This is the best. I've never seen nobody read people and break shit down like the way, and the questions from the family, all from the heart. No bullshit, no nonsense. People want real help out here. And this brother, I was about to say this brother Dick Gregory, this brother Dr. B Sirius is dropping some crazy jewels. If y'all don't sign up for this blueprint too after tonight, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But listen, I know there's a lot of ladies in the background now, a couple of brothers too, but I'm not going to be in here that much longer. So just want to warn you now, everybody in the back, I got about 20 more minutes that me and Doc got to go. So so Doc, don't spend too much time on everybody. Let's just give them a nice amount of time and let's keep it moving for the 20 minutes or so that we have remaining in the show. But Jesus, this is the best Q&A show I've ever even. I mean, this should need to be on the mainstream TV or something. And and I guess this is mainstream TV. That's what this is made. But this is amazing. All right, let's get to the next. I know you're like, well, be quiet, brother Rich, so they can ask questions. I think Nina is finally. Nina, are you there? I done gave you so many chances tonight, Nina. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, you guys.
What's going on, sis? What's your question?
Oh my goodness. It's more. First of all, I want to say thank you both for what you've given our community, and I am getting my ticket. I did go to GodPower 1. So I will be getting my ticket. And is that still available? GodPower 1?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm a singer-songwriter, of course.
Yeah, you having some technical difficulties, Nina.
Am I?
I hear you now. If there's anything you could do to fix the audio. All right, Nina, I'm going to have to keep it
better?
moving. Yeah, but if you keep breaking up, Nina, I'm gonna have to keep it moving to keep the flow going, Nina. But go ahead.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right. So what ended up happening real quick? Are you able to hear me?
You good now, Nina? You good now?
Okay. So what ended up happening, Dr. Sirius, was I was singing a song, a lyric. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine who convalesces children who have difficulties, and she said, Nina, sometimes I cry with my children. And so I ended up writing this lyric where I sang, I'll cry with you if you want me to. I'll ride with you till the sun meets the shore. Yes, I'll die with you if that's what you want me to do, Yahweh. And when I sang Yahweh, Dr. B Sirius, a big comet, the hugest comet I've ever seen in my life, right? So I thought maybe I was crazy, but I wanted to know, Was that some sort of connection? Yeah, you know, this big, huge trumpet. And I just wondered if I was connected to the Most High or if it was a coincidence.
All right. I'm going to answer that one really quickly. You actually know that was a message for you. Never doubt it. Never doubt it. Don't doubt yourself. You know that big comet was for you, and it was a message from the messenger called you. From yourself, to yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Stop doubting and stop thinking that we got to look it up on Google and see what it means. It means rapid change is happening for you. It was a message that your voice, your sound, what you're creating is valid. Thank you very much. Stop doubting. Just start knowing you have the God power. Use it.
Nina, I'm going to get to a couple of more calls. I thank you so much for letting that question out, Nina.
I appreciate you guys.
You know what to do now. All right, peace, Nina. Peace. All right. Peace. All right. Shout out to Nina. All right. Real quick question in the chat. Somebody says, do you have to have God Power 1 in order to understand God Power 2? Absolutely not. Don't worry about it if you don't have God Power Part 1. God Power 2 is a whole different vibe, just as good. I feel as though it's even better. But if you are able to go knock yourself out, get God Power 1, it's just more firepower. Dr. B has it on his website, Elevation Time. It's also on blackmagicuniversity.com. But to anybody who wants to know, you do not have to have God Power 1 in order to understand God Power Part 2. All right, let's get to the next. Is it Aliza? Aliza, are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, yes, it's Eliza. Thank you.
Eliza, yeah, sorry.
So upset. I don't know why my camera's not working, but it's all good. So, by the way, I met you, Dr. B, at the Conscious Awards. Such a blessing. I will never forget that hug. I always remember whenever I'm feeling down. So, thank you so much. My question is, while I'm going through this self-awareness journey, I'm paying very close attention to my thoughts. And what I'm realizing is that I'm having more thoughts than I've ever had before in my life. So how do I differentiate between what's my actual thought or what's something that maybe somebody told me in the past and I'm believing that to be my thoughts? Like maybe my mom or my dad, mainly family. How do I differentiate that's family and that's for me?
Well, interesting you asked this because in God Power 2, we're going to be teaching a type of personal kinesiology, which is a muscle testing. Your muscles, which are controlled by your subconscious, will give you a yes or a no for any question. So you could say, is what I'm feeling coming from me, right? Is it endogenous or is it coming from outside of me, exogenous? Is this feeling endogenous, means is it coming from inside me or the thought, or is it exogenous? Is it coming from outside? With the muscle test, you can find out really quickly if it's yours, because a lot of times what you're feeling is stuff from other people. Mm-hmm. You're feeling the world, especially if you're more in your feminine, intuitive self. You're reading other people who are feeling energies, right? And they're transponding it over to you, and you're feeling it because you're connected to them in some kind of way. Mm. So you do need to know whether it's mine or not, because sometimes people have been working on stuff all their lives, some stuff that's not even yours. Yeah. You've been working on something a lot of your lifetime for things that are not even yours. It's none of your business. But we are nosy people. We want to save everybody, and we get into other people's business, and we are not in the business of self. So this is how we're going to teach you how to divide yourself from others very quickly, how to get a yes or a no. When I'm working in the laboratory on herbs, right, I'm getting a yes or a no. For each thing, each ingredient, each thing, it may say yes. It may have said no 6 months ago, but this new formulation that I'm making now, like for my God Power formulation cleanse, it said yes for this particular ingredient. Yes for this particular ingredient. You see, so knowing how to divide, and I'm gonna say this really quickly. When we went to school, they taught us addition first. Then they taught us subtraction. When we got into multiplication, they taught us multiplication first and division second. Actually, we should have learned subtraction first. We should have learned division first. So you could know what is not yours before you multiply onto it. Before you should add on to something you have, you need to know if it's even yours, if it's needed, if it's something that's viable for you. Half the things you've added on to your life are not even yours. They're not even your ideas. Most people have no idea who they are. They don't even know themselves. They've never met themselves. They grew up being somebody else. So what we're going to teach people how to do is become and learn how to get down to the true article, the original you, the id, the original you, the root you. And that's why root chakra work and second chakra work and third chakra work are so important, because that's the foundational part of you. You see, so sometimes when you're thinking, you got all these thoughts, you do need to be able to divide them.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you how to do that. Right? You okay?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call. All right. Peace. All right. For those in the chat asking for the link to go live, I'm not taking any more questions. I'm not posting the link anymore. There's a couple of people in the back that I will be taking their call, but I'm not taking any more additional calls. We're not going to be on that much longer. So shout out to everybody who's waiting. I'm not going to get to all of y'all, but I will get to some of y'all in the back, probably about 3 more or something like that. Real quick, somebody just purchased their ticket and they're asking, how do we get the 7 prayers? I am emailing everybody. Once again, let me post a link for the workshop. Everybody who purchases the virtual workshop happening October 29th, I'm sending everybody, emailing everybody the 7 sacred prayers tonight. If you can, I'm sending immediately. I'm not going to wait. I hope I don't forget. I'm going to try to send them. Well, no. I got to use positive statement. I'm going to remember. I'm going to send it immediately after the show. And if y'all can, listen to it right before y'all go to sleep. Try the programming aspect of what we're talking about, this theta, right before you go to sleep. Go to sleep listening to the prayers if you can tonight. But yeah, we'll send out to everybody tonight who purchases tonight. I sent it out a couple of times. So even if you're watching the show at 1 a.m, you can still get it at 2 or 3 or whatever the case may be. Yeah, somebody said October 29th is our concert. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right about that. I love what Dr. B said about the war and what's going on in the news. And AA just told me about harvest season. And somebody tell me in the chat, because y'all real smart. When is the Ethiopian New Year? When does the Ethiopian New Year start? If somebody could tell me in the chat. This is all coming together for me. But let's get to our next caller, and I'll talk about that briefly before right after the next caller. But let's get to the next caller. September 11th? It's not September 11th. California is September 11th? I don't think is it September? It's somebody Google it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's get to Chirp. Chirp, what's going on, sis?
What up, though, bro?
Hey. What's happening? What question you got for Dr. B today, Chirp?
What up, Dr. B? How you doing, huh?
I'm doing amazingly, phenomenally well.
That's great. That's great. So my question to you, I ask a lot of people this, but my question to you is, what's your superpower this lifetime?
I don't have one.
Well, you got us all quiet, honey, because you
see when you say what you just said. That's
or what's your superpowers like?
Listen, when you say what's your superpower, like I have one.
What's your superpowers?
I can't name them. I am a channel. It's coming through me. I'm allowing it to come through me, and it's changing moment by moment, even as I'm speaking to you. Once I change it, and once I name it and claim it, all of a sudden I'm dropping my vibration down too low. I can't know. If I knew what it really was, I wouldn't know it anymore. To be mystical means you can't speak on it.
Okay. My
superpower is no power at all to allow you don't need power. Allow you don't need power. You just have to turn the switch on and let it flow.
Okay.
It will flow.
Okay.
So it's not like I should claim or need to claim. Some people need to claim some stuff. Just let it happen. Allow it to happen. And each day it's going to be different, because whatever powers I used yesterday is not going to work today.
Right.
Some things happen today that never happened in my entire life today. They happen today. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to talk about something that happened today. If you want to at the end, Brother Rich, I could tell you something that happened today that never ever happened. I wasn't prepared for at all. And I had to allow these energies to come through me. And if I had a superpower and I had an ego and I was choosing something, I would have blocked it. Because I would have had the I am. See, I am is a very, I'm going to say this, and you may not like it. I am is a lower vibration. Ego.
I am is a low, you said I am is a lower vibration?
Yep, and we needed it for a while. When we was in the Iron Age.
What do you think it's changed to now?
I allow.
Okay.
I am is you making a definite statement about what you think you are, which is not accurate. That's lower chakra. That's some root chakra stuff. I am. I'm Willie. I'm Bob. I'm Queen. I'm King. You see? I am. Yeah, shut up. That worked for a while. We needed that to get us to where we're at. Now, allow the wind to blow your sails towards what? The goal that you've already created. The wind's got to take over now. But first, you had to build the boat. To build the boat, you had to build the pyramid. You had to build all these things. That's the I am. Now, we're in I allow. Woo! I'm going to break this all the way down in GodPower too.
I'm glad I asked you that question to bring that about. You see what I'm saying?
Indeed, I'm very glad too, Chirp.
Have no superpower.
Okay. For sure. Well, I'm glad we got that out then.
You got a baby. That's your baby?
No, I found her on the street. Yes.
See what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm talking. As a mother, you know what I'm talking about. You got to change. That child is changing every day.
Every day.
You don't know the child. The child don't know. You got to get to know each other every day. You got to allow energy to come through. Like motherhood is something that's allowing. There's no book for that, right? They ain't got no book. Motherhood 101. Motherhood for dummies. You hear that, brother? Motherhood for dummies. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. Your parents, they just have to be in the moment.
True.
And now it's more important than ever for us to tap into the God power. That's a blueprint, and it's a matter of allowing and not forcing and not pushing.
Okay. Hey, Chirp, I'm gonna get to the next call. I appreciate
do y'all thing.
I appreciate the call, Chirp.
All right, appreciate it. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, let's get to
I don't know how to have no short answers, man. I don't know nothing about it.
It's all good.
There's some deep stuff happening.
We're gonna get to a couple of more questions, probably two more, then we're gonna get out of here. All right, let's get to Victoria.
Yay! Hey y'all! Hi, Dr. V. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
So, my question is about fulfillment. So, I'll say I feel like I have a great life. Like I really have beautiful children. I have a beautiful home. I have a great career, but I still feel kind of unfulfilled. It's like this internal feeling that I need to do something, but I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do. So like, what is your advice on that feeling of fulfillment and how to kind of fill those gaps when I don't feel fulfilled?
It's not true.
It's not true.
You've told yourself that it's not enough.
Okay.
You are creating the idea that you're not fulfilled. But that's you in your ego saying, I am not fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
If you say, I allow fulfillment, a gate just opens. It's there. How could it not be there?
Yeah.
Everything is everywhere all at once. Ain't that a movie or something? Everything is everywhere all at once. It's already there.
Yeah.
So when you say I'm not fulfilling, the genie says, your wish is my command.
Yeah.
If you just be fulfilled.
How? Like how? Just by saying it?
Well, first of all, let's just do it. Really, I'm sorry, Rich. We gotta go here.
Oh Lord.
See, now you're talking about Lord, so now the landlord comes, and now you're not gonna be fulfilled because the landlord wants the rent. Don't call on the landlord. We got to call on you now.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and imagine everything you desire is happening. Just imagine it. Just play as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Now pick one thing that you desire. Let me know when you have it.
Oh, say it out loud?
You don't have to say it. Just let me know when you have it.
I have it.
Have you felt that before?
No.
You've never felt this thing before.
I felt it in that moment, yes.
So you did feel it before.
Okay, yes.
See how the language gets funny? Have you felt the feeling of having this thing before? Yes or no, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now don't blink your eyes. Hold your head straight. And say, yes, I have had it before.
Yes, I have had it before.
Can you imagine it now?
Yes.
I have it now.
Yes, I have it now.
All you have to do is say, I have it, and feel it as if it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And stop thinking and move. See, your eyes are moving all over the
I
place.
know, because my mind, I just...
Quiet. You went to the past and you went to the future really quickly with your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to teach you the eye exercise when you do the God power. We're going to show you this eye exercise because your eye is pointing to certain files in your conscious and your subconscious mind.
Yeah,
you don't believe it because somebody told you that there was this pie in the sky that you can't hardly reach.
Yeah.
Somebody told you that's a program.
Right.
If you can remember the feeling now, the feeling is now in your subconscious mind. There is no time. There is no space.
Okay.
Your name is Victoria.
Yes.
That means victorious. That means you're a winner. Have you put yourself in the winner circle? Do you do that every day? Nope. Nope.
No.
And I need to.
You need to. You have to.
Yes.
To be victorious, you have to be victorious.
Yes.
Now, no future. I'll see you at GodPower. We'll give you the other piece. Okay. Congratulations. Be it now. Feel it now.
Thank you.
Fake it. Fake it. Your subconscious don't know that you're not really there.
Right. That's a fact.
But stop asking for so much stuff. You're asking for too much stuff. One thing.
Okay.
Hey, Victoria, let me ask you, did you see the show that me, Billy, and Rod Hayes did on the Earth Rovers?
I feel like I did. I may have been watching it the day after during work, but I feel like I did. Was that last week?
It's probably a week and a half ago. The reason why I say that is because that show helps you to what's confusing when Dr. B tells you to say something or anybody else, sometimes our conscious mind doesn't believe it. So we're like, it feels strange to us saying these things. But when we understand our multidimensional nature, saying these positive affirmations will make more sense because we will understand that being thankful in advance is you're doing that because you already are your desires. Right. Life is like this immersive quantum TV screen for us to experience who we already are. You only here to experience who you already are. You're not here to experience who you want to be. You're here to experience who you are. So we created this quantum TV screen. Imagine being trapped in a TV screen and it's immersive. You're immersed in a TV show of something that you already are. But the only way for you to experience it is to experience the journey of it. So you're pretending like you don't have it along the journey, but the journey is what your soul wants. So don't try to appreciate every step of not knowing, of wondering, of curiosity, of doubt, or whatever you experience. Appreciate that journey, because when you finally do see what you want on a quantum TV screen, it's going to be that much more stronger. Sometimes when people get everything they want when they're born, they don't feel it. They don't appreciate it. What you're wanting right now, you're creating so much chi energy behind it. When you finally do get it and experience it in this TV screen, oh, you're going to love it. It's going to be like heaven on earth. So definitely sign up. Blueprint for God Power 2. We going in, but we multidimensional beings. So this is why we do things like say what we want in advance, because we already are that thing in the presence in another dimension. Right. This is just, an immersive TV screen. But yeah, keep doing your thing, and I appreciate the honesty and the transparency tonight, Victoria.
Appreciate y'all. Much love. Take care.
Okay. All right, peace. All right. Once again, this is what we get into. This is what we get into. It's going to be powerful. GodPower 2 is happening October 29th. That is something very important, y'all, to understand our multidimensional nature. It would allow affirmations to be so much more powerful once you understand the because your ego's like, you live here, you ain't got this, you ain't got no woman, you ain't got, and your ego's just beating you up. But okay, maybe I can't see that on my quantum TV screen, but that doesn't mean I don't have it. I'm just not tuned to that channel now. But what I'm gonna do is tune to the channel of my higher self, because I already got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is yeah.
Whatever you're fascinated with, you become.
Yes.
You attract.
Yes.
Some people are fascinated with not having something. Fascinated is like being fastened, tied to something. They're so used to not getting what it is they desire. They've already tied their brain onto not having it. And they're never satisfied with what they have. You have to look at what you do. What do you have? And you have to be able to prioritize things down to one basic desire. If we could let's just do one thing. So in class, we teach people how to focus on one thing and feel it as if it's happening now. And the habit, that's the repetition of pleasure or pain, is what moves you into the space of actually manifesting. But you're going to be tested. Wind is going to blow. People are going to pop up. Phones are going to ring. The internet's going to have a lot of it going on. War, the president, the talk, the news, the taxes, the gas, all those things are testing you. They're your worthy opponents. So you have to keep getting back to it. So sometimes people need to write it on the wall, on the mirror. One thing, not this chart where you got to, what do they call that? A vision board? Too much. Them vision boards, man, come on, man. You got so much stuff on that board, your brain can't think. It's just more confusion. One thing, and put that on the vision board of your brain. But it's really interesting, and it sounds simple, but it's actually something that it's not easy, I should say, but it becomes simple. And we're going to teach those steps in GodPower 2 of how to create something out of nothing, the no thing, by being able to allow something that's really real and achievable to happen. And now we're talking about magic. Then we call it magic. We call it a miracle. And like I said, every day things are happening. And I don't know. Do we have enough time for me to say something about something that happened today?
Yeah, brother.
In the life of Dr. B?
Yeah.
I got a call this morning from my neighbor. And then the call is, Dr. B, oh my gosh, have you looked outside? I was like, no, there's a deer that tried to jump over your fence that got caught on the top of the fence. I'm like, what? Look outside. I look outside. There's a huge deer with horns, antlers, upside down, hanging, stuck, impaled in my fence because it's got little iron rods coming out the top of it. And the deer looks like it's passed on to deer heaven. It's there. I'm like, what the heck is this all about? The deer didn't make it over the fence. It had a vision, but it did not make it over the fence. So everybody was sad. Oh my God, the deer died. We feel so bad for the deer. It's just terrible that the deer died. And I call all the city people, all the county people to come get the deer. Guess what? They don't come get deers. You got to drag it out to the road, or just drag it out to the road. We'll come pick it up then. But if it's on your property, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to pull this maybe 160, 170, maybe 180 pound deer. We got to pick it up, right? And get it off of these, impalers, right? To disconnect it. And then, to grab the deer. This is a deep thing. I can't do that. I wasn't prepared for that. I called my people that help out and work. Nobody was able to do it. So check it out. The neighbor is at the nail shop. She says she showed, because she took a picture to send me the deer, in the morning so I could see it. She shows a picture to the lady that's doing her nails, who's Vietnamese. The lady's eyes light up, and she starts speaking in Vietnamese, and she gets on her phone and she makes a call, and she says, call the man that has the deer. So they call me. And they're saying, can they have the deer? I says, yes, if you come get it, you can have it. Within about 15 minutes, 2 men drive up in a truck. Older Vietnamese men. They don't speak any English at all. They got a boy with them about 9 years old. He speaks English. And the boy says, can we have the deer? Can we have the deer? I says, please just take the deer. Those men, they looked at each other and the smile broke out. They grabbed the deer, they picked the deer up, and they gently put the deer in their truck. And they waved and they just kept waving, and they were so happy, right? And they drove off. And even as they were driving off, they kept waving, and the little boy's waving. What just happened? The deer offered its life force so that we could recognize and slow down that there's a thin line between what we call living and not living. The deer made its transition for us. I made the choice to give the deer away because my friend was saying, man, you could have sold that for $600, man. That's venison. All you had to do was put it online and it would have went viral. I'm not trying to do that. I'd like to give this away to somebody who can use this energy. Those people were extremely happy. Now check this out. My brother in California is going through some health challenges, and the doctors are giving him all bad news. Today, he goes to see a new doctor that pops up, and the new doctor is Asian and gives him some news and tells him about some techniques and some things that no other doctors told him, and basically told him that this situation may not be as dire as he was told. He's an Asian guy. These guys that came pick up the deer was Asian. We're Asiatic people. Sometimes you got to realize that something has to leave this world for you to wake up and be able to give what you have away. Don't have to sell everything. Give it away. I feel good that I helped, to feed these people, because these people are going to cut this thing up and feed a lot of families. We've got to give 10% of our life force away to others. Give away. Do something, some random acts of kindness. Give something away. Don't always ask about me, what I need. Don't always try to make money off of everything. Learn to give it away. And guess what? The God power in you, it begins to sing a new song, a new vibration. When you give away and allow the gifts to come through you. Because we were all worried about my brother and what he's going through and what the doctors were saying. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? The whole thing shifted today. But as soon as the deer got caught on my fence and gave its life so that other people could live and eat. And I thought that was just amazing. And we are not even going to get into the symbolism of the deer and the fence and all that right now. Y'all can do that yourself. But the God power things are happening every day. The God power events are happening. This is October. This is God power month. And let's all come together in oneness and celebrate being here. And let's harvest. And let's harvest for the world.
Indeed, Dr. B. We're going to take one more caller. I said I wanted to get in some of the queens because the show started out with a lot of powerful questions from the brothers. So we're going to get one more caller. Let's go to Foxy. Foxy, what's your call? What's your question, Foxy? I'm sorry.
First of all, grace and peace to you, Brother Rich. I've been rocking out with you since 2015, 2016, and you're definitely doing some fantastic work, and I'm just honored to be here in your presence. Dr. B, salute, grand rising, peace and blessings to you, brother.
Same to you.
So there are questions, but I'm just going to give you a quick layout behind the questions. Back in 2019.
One question, sis, because we're not going to be in here much.
Okay, no problem. Back in 2019, I was doing a meditation, and it was in the morning, and I was listening to some high vibrational megahertz, and I pretty much got out of my physical body, and met what and whom I believe to be Archangel Metatron. He appeared to me as in all white, but he appeared to me as in his symbols, not so much like a physical form, but it was basically like the Meraba codes. So I was just wondering, what is that like? Why would I be privy enough to be graced with his presence?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Do you know who you are?
I'm starting to learn that.
Okay. Let's get out of the starting lane and let's get to the finish line. What you're envisioning is you.
Wow.
You are the Merkaba.
Oh my God.
Merkaba. You're it. You're the superstar head tetrahedron. You're the beginning, the end, and the middle. You're all of it. All you're doing is getting back to you. So you're getting little visions and little pieces along the way, along this traveling. You're traveling a road, and the signpost letting you know, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up. Remember, because you decided to forget.
Wow.
A master always says, well, blindfold me. And when you blindfold me, I still must be a master. And then they blindfold him and he's out doing the kung fu or whatever. And if he's a master, he doesn't need to actually see.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What's the movie where Denzel is the blind man and he's reading the Bible? What is that one, Rich?
I think it's the Book of Eli.
The Book of Eli.
Eli, yeah.
They think that he can see. He's doing all of this martial arts, and you know what I'm saying? He's protecting this sacred text, which is in his head. He is Eli. Eli is everything. You are the rosemary.
Wow.
You're the rose. It just gets so deep. Just know that that's you. And you're being guided back to yourself. And we all are being guided back to ourselves, our original selves. But we will be tested to make sure. Because some of us ain't gonna make it back. We went through too much happened. We got to come back and do this again and again and again. It's just a test. It's an obstacle course that you created.
Wow.
So
Dr. B, my birth date, the actual date is 19. I was born July 19, so 7/19/1976. And and Brother King Simon says that number 19 is the Alpha and the Omega. It's the starting and the beginning. So it all makes so much sense now that what you're saying to me.
You got it?
Awesome. I thank you so much for all that. Thank you. Be well. Brother Rich, again, salute to you. Thank you so much.
Foxy, did you get your ticket for Blueprint 2 yet?
I will do that right now.
I'm sending out the 7 sacred prayers. I definitely want you to listen to it before you go to sleep, Foxy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for the call.
So much.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. Oh, man. What an amazing show. How you feel, Dr. B?
Amazing. This is phenomenal. It is great to be, it's really amazing to be in this position on earth at this particular time.
Ain't it?
And to have these opportunities that we're having, once we get out of victimhood, because see, we got that hood. We've been buying these hoodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got a double hoodie on. We got the hood that we come from, then we got the victimhood on top of that. Mm-hmm. Once we realize that there's opportunities happening every single day, they may knock on your door. If you don't answer, they don't go away. They just go to somebody else. So what we're doing is we're taking the opportunity at this time to be who we really are. And I'm honored to be a partner of yours, brother, to work with you, to play, to talk, and to be a part of this blueprint for GodPower. This is a huge responsibility. I'm sitting here every day looking at putting this thing together each day. And it's times I just fall asleep. I don't know. I can't write nothing on the paper. And it's like, what's happening? Because it's already built. The temple is already built. Mm-hmm. All I've got to do is try to convert what's coming through this one that they call Dr. B to people. That's the challenge, to be able to speak the language of the masses and not be able to make anybody feel bad, to make everybody, to empower folks. So sometimes we as speakers make people feel bad, make them feel stupid. Oh boy, you don't know this. And a lot of speakers are like that. This huge ass egos. You know what I'm saying? We got to all realize we're here together to help each other. And we got to become that village once again. And we've got to allow ourselves. And I'm allowing myself to be a part of Blueprint for GodPower 2. I will be showing up on time. And we got to let people know that it's not 11 o'clock.
It's 10
It's
o'clock.
going to start at 10 o'clock. We got to change the graphics and all that. We're waiting for Billy to get back from the other side of the galaxy. You know, he's in the pyramids and crawling around, bringing new, you know, it is interesting. He's going to come out of the pyramids and come onto the Blueprint for GodPower, you know, event. What is he doing? I got deer on my fence. You understand what I'm saying? He's in the pyramid. You know, there's so much stuff going on. And we're actually all here to witness it now. We are the witnesses.
And I want to add on to something Dr. B said earlier. He gave us a serious talk briefly on what's going on in the news and all the wars that we're hearing about. And, you know, there's always something happening in this world. There's always something going on in this world. We usually don't know about certain things until the news report it to us. Something I heard a brother say before, a couple of brothers say before, and it's very true. You know, you could be on this frequency of anger, and it may take a little while to go up the ladder to a frequency of joy and ecstasy or whatever. But one thing, if you're not in the best of mood, at least let it be because you don't want to be in a good mood. Or if you're angry, don't let your anger come about because the news told you to be angry. They're telling us when to be angry. They tell us when to be sad. They put up a cop killing somebody. Something happens every day. You decide. If you decide you want to be angry, family, let it be a conscious decision that you're making. When somebody say, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Today I feel like being angry. Don't be angry because you scrolled social media and now you're angry. That's that robotic shit. Now you feel away because you seen it on your phone. Feel that way because you just have this feeling inside that comes from deep in your soul. I want to be angry today, so I'm gonna be angry. Don't let them tell you when to be angry, when to be depressed. They even tell us when to be happy. Well, today you should be happy because of this, and we like, oh, it's Super Bowl. I should be happy. Experience this on your own accord, family. On your own accord. Yeah, I just want to add that Dr. B.
Now,
yeah, they're controlling our emotions, man.
What you need to realize is that there's cause and there's an effect. Some people feel like they can only be joyful because something happened.
An external event. And that's
it. I can be happy and joyful because it's my birthday or because we won the game. I'm joyful because something happened.
Right.
Instead of I am it now, I am the effect. I am the cause. Instead of waiting for something external, you make it internal. If you choose joy, now people are going to test your joy. You're all happy and dancing around, and people, what's wrong with you? You had too much coffee. You know. So you don't let them affect you, and realize that the reptilian is always attempting to take over. The lower self is always attempting to control the higher self. That's the way it is. So all things are connected to their opposite. But that's why we've got to detox from friendship. You know, some of the folks you may need to let go for the rest of this month. Some of the talk, some of the television, the news, you got to choose to let go of these things so you could be the cause and the effect of your joy of it. You have to choose right now. And if you're full of parasites, that's another thing. You full of parasites, let's get rid of the parasites that are controlling your mind. In fact, go to elevationtime.com, elevation.time.com. You can still get that GodPower cleanse, the elevated total body program. And I'm going to reactivate that discount code, which is GodPower. Put GodPower in, you'll get 10% off, and that's till the end of the week for those of you who would like to get the cleanse to help detoxify your body so that you can obtain this information. But take a fast on a lot of things this month if you can, you know, and just be ready to absorb what's already happening in the environment. It's a beautiful time. Go celebrate. Don't wait for somebody else to vibrate your cells. Vibrate yourselves. Celebrate yourselves now.
Dr. B, we're going to have to do a part 2 to this live Q&A. Before the GodPower, we got to do a part 2 sometime.
Let's do it. I like this.
This was just too awesome. This was amazing. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We're going to get out of here, family. But it was just an absolutely amazing show. The best Q&A I've ever been a part of. Very thankful at this time to be a part of this, like Dr. B said. And I advise everybody to sign up for GodPower Part 2. This was just an example of what Dr. B is going to be Oh, somebody in the chat said, Brother Rich, are you gonna give us the yeah, I am. The day of the event. You know what's amazing, Dr. B? They want the instrumental to the 7 sacred prayers so they can write their own sacred prayer to the instrumental.
That's huge.
That's huge, yeah. So
are you gonna give it to them?
Yes, the day of the event, I'm gonna give y'all the instrumental. We got so much going on. I forgot to tell you, we even got a meditation album that's attached. When I tell y'all we got a lot going on with this, we got a lot going on. I forgot the whole night. I didn't even say this. We got a meditation album attached to this event, attached to the 7 sacred prayers, attached to the sound bath that Dr. B is doing. This is a lot that we are offering, family. The meditation album, one of the tracks, I still haven't reached that back out to Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes is going to actually be on one of the meditation tracks. So it's going to be groundbreaking, something you never heard on the internet before, brand new stuff. And I'm just, wow, I'm super excited. Dr. B played a little clip last time when he was on here. And yeah, it's awesome, man. So yeah. So with that being said, this is Brother Rich, Dr. B. And let me just make sure there's nothing I'm forgetting in the chat.
And then 3 people will be chosen. We're doing a raffle. So 3 people will be chosen to come out, and we'll fly them out and feed them for the day to actually sit down with Billy Carson, Brother Rich, and myself to ask questions. And I might even do a subconscious alignment balance on each of the people. You know, we're going to give them a day to actually be a part of the GodPower blueprint for GodPower afterwards. So get in so that you can possibly win. You know what I'm saying? That journey is going to be amazing, life-changing.
No facts.
3 people will be chosen to win the raffle.
Shout out to the 2 people that sent the super chat, the 2 individuals who said super chat. I didn't see it earlier. Solar God and the Barrel. Appreciate the super chat. With that being said, this is Brother Rich, Dr. B. We're signing out here, family. I'll see you next time. All right. Peace.